So the less is more video I did for bass tackle gave me the idea to do this video, and this is basically a less is more box for panfish. Little box, like 3.5 by 4.5, I think. Definitely pocket sized. Got the Big Fergs cord sticker on there. I got these boxes at the craft store. It's a little 4-pack in a tote. They were in the beading section, designed to hold beads for people that bead on the go or whatever. But it's got one large compartment, 2 small compartments, and then 3 mid-sized. And there isn't a big difference between the small and the mid-sized, but the mid-sized are a little bit longer. So let's open it up and show you what's in there. Now, I'm not crazy about the hinges on this box, but other than that, they're just the folded plastic hinges that tend to end up wearing out on you. But other than that, I like it a lot. So, as you can see, it's all kind of separated by colors. There's white, yellow. These are like an orange base. In the middle is natural colors, and then chartreuse down here. I'll show you what's in each of the compartments. In this white compartment, we've got the Southern Pro tiny worm with a red jig head. All these jig heads are they're all 1/32 ounce jig heads that I painted. This is the Charlie Brewer 1-inch panfish grub. Little I don't know if you can see the jig head that well, but it's a little white jig head with I paint all my jig heads with nail polish now. I used to powder paint, but it's a lot of work. Nail polish works a lot easier. If anybody's got any questions on that, I'll answer comments. But this is it's a white base, and then I got a clear one that has glitter in it. It's purple and blue glitter, and it looks pretty cool. So those are the 2 baits in the white. The 1-inch panfish grub from Charlie Brewer and the tiny worm. The yellow compartment, we've got 1-inch panfish, this is just a 1-inch curltail grub. This one is the Bass Pro brand. And then there is a tiny worm, yellow tiny worm. I like these a lot. They you get a lot of short bites on them, but they work. They've got, you see, you can't hold it still sitting here. They go crazy in the water. Fish love them, so I use them. Let's move down here to the chartreuse compartment. This is a Charlie Brewer 1-inch panfish grub. Plum crazy. It's like a dark purple on one side and a pink on the other, and then a chartreuse tail. The chartreuse painted jig head. Another Charlie Brewer. This one is Acid Rain. It's yellow on one side, white on the other, and then a chartreuse tail. And then we also have the trout magnet in chartreuse. So this is a normal trout magnet, so that's a 1/64 ounce head. A chartreuse trout magnet. The natural bin, got a lot of stuff in this one. This is a little crayfish, 1.5-inch crayfish. It's the Trout Slayer from from Trout Magnet, Trout Slayer. It's a natural color on their jig head. The jig head that comes with them. This is it ends up being, it's a 1/64 ounce jig head with a number 6 hook. And most of they're different because most of their jig heads are number 6 hook, and these ones are longer. We got little curltail grub. This is like a color's called sand. It's like a milky kind of color with some like copper and black flake in it. 1-inch grub. I got some Charlie Brewer 1-inch grubs. Yellow on one side, dark green on the other. This is caterpillar, the color. And then trout magnets again. These are the the mealworm colored trout magnets. They're gold, 64th ounce jig head. That comes in the, they come in the package like that. Then we've got one last compartment of baits, which is the orange. Got 1-inch curltail grubs, orange with a black head. Got Charlie Brewer, blue ice with an orange tail, chartreuse head. You see, you notice I love Charlie Brewer. They have great action on those grubs, and I got a video coming out in the future that you see, even when the tail gets ripped off, they still catch fish. And then this is an orange tiny worm with an orange head. Got one last compartment over here, the large compartment that's got, basically terminal tackle. We got floats. We got 2 of these. These are the Trout Magnet Easy floats, small little foam floats. We got some jig spinner forms. This one's like a gold diamond blade, a little bit bigger sized. And then another one. Got 2 of those, and then I've got 2 smaller ones. This one's like a small nickel, and this one's a small orange. We've also got a couple split shot in here. These are just BB size split shot. I got 5 of them in there. If I'm fishing the trout magnets under a float, a lot of the time I'll use a split shot about a foot or so up the line. It just helps casting it a little bit. You're casting a really light jig with a float, and a little bit of split shot helps it. So that's like the real quick. This is a little box I can throw in my pocket, and I've got everything I need. Because normally, like if I'm taking out jigs that I tie, since jig tying is a hobby for me, like this is a box of jigs I've got right here. It's not done yet. See, I got room for at least 3 more colors. But it's a hobby, so I tie up a bunch of different colors. There's 4 colors in here already. There's an orange with a black tail. There's a bubblegum with a chartreuse tail. That's purple. Yeah, purple. All purple, and then all yellow. Little chenille and kip tail or calf tail jigs. And realistically, I don't need all of these colors, but it's a hobby. So I tie up a whole box, and then I end up throwing this whole box inside my bag, and I'll carry this, and I might carry another type of jig or 2 more types of jigs or something like that. And like these ones, I'll throw in there, and I'll throw in a little jig spinner form, and that's most likely how I'll use these. Could also just use them without a jig spinner, hop them on the bottom or something like that, or just swim them a little bit. But that's, so I end up carrying a bunch of stuff when I carry, my jigs. And I might, since I got 3 more of these boxes, I might do another one that's set up with all jigs that I tie, and I can, so I have a box of plastics, or if I want to bring out only my stuff, I'll have that. But just figured it'd be something cool to show off, and some people might enjoy it. Especially the people that are interested in what I use for panfish, that don't tie their own jigs or don't have access to my jigs. I do giveaways for my stuff. I don't sell it, but I do giveaways on Facebook. Mostly on Instagram I do giveaways now. The links to both of those are always down in the description. So, thanks for watching. Hope somebody finds some interest in this.